Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to send data from JavaScript to your shaders like Vertex shader or Fragment shader. I have already made a video on how to set up shaders inside your ThreeJS application, and I'm using Vite as a webpack as a bundler. But if you are using webpack, you might have to do your own research. Sorry about that. So let's see how to send data from JavaScript or TypeScript to GLSL or shaders. So here you can see that I'm taking the same example which we discussed inside our last video. So I've created a Vite app using using HTML, CSS and TypeScript, and inside package.json I just have this three dependency for ThreeJS, Vite plugin GLSL, and type/3 for TypeScript types of ThreeJS. Then I have created this vite.config.ts, and this will help us to help our web application to understand GLSL code. And then inside index.html I have just taken one canvas, and here we are passing our main.ts script. Inside main.ts, firstly these are all the imports. So there are some unused imports as well, and here I have just created one orbit controls, text shaders as well as text fragment shaders. Here we have created one canvas, one scene. Here I have also created one texture loader. So I will show you how to pass some textures from JavaScript or TypeScript to GLSL as well. So I will look into that later in this video. So firstly I have created one plain geometry, then I have created one raw shader material, I have created one vertex shader. Here we are just passing vertex shader, here we are passing fragment shader. Then inside uniforms we are passing u frequency. So this is all the data which I need to pass to my shaders, like to vertex shader or to fragment shader. So here you can see I'm passing u frequency, u time, u color and u texture. Okay, I'll talk about texture later on, but for now just concentrate on this three part. Then I have created one mesh, then I have ambient light as well as directional light. I have created sizes as well. Here I have created perspective camera, and here I have set the camera position as well. I have created one orbit controls, I have created renderer as well, and on resize we are just updating our camera as well as our renderer, and on double click I'm just entering or exiting full screen mode. Here I have created one clock, and here we are just getting the elapsed time from our clock, and we just assign the elapsed time to our materials.uniform.utime.value. Then we just call controls.update, and here I am just doing renderer.render scene comma camera. Here we just do window.request animation frame and pass our tick function to it. Then coming back to our shaders code, before that inside here inside the public folder I have just taken one flag of India. You can take whatever image you want. Okay, we'll again look at this. This is just for texture, passing texture from TypeScript to JavaScript, passing textures from TypeScript to GLSL or JavaScript to GLSL. And here inside shaders I have just created fragment and vertex.glsl. So first inside vertex.glsl, so this is all the code, right? This is boilerplate code which we have to write. Sorry, not all of this, only these three and these three and this one, sorry, position one. But if you see the u frequency and the u time, these two are coming from our TypeScript project. So if I go over here, so this is how you can take it. Again the types are required. So if you see for u frequency I'm passing vector2, that's why I'm using vec2 over here. For u time it is like an integer, that's why I'm using float over here. Okay, then I'm just updating the models position z. That's what I'm doing. So I'm just passing the u frequency x and u frequency y, subtracting it u time, that's all. Okay, now how do I pass data to fragment.glsl? So suppose I want this color to be passed, so you will have to write uniform vec3 u color. Again for color also it is vec3 only. Okay, and here you can just pass vec4 u color 1 comma 1.0. so 1.0 is the opacity, and u color will have the actual color which you pass. So firstly here you can see this is how the output looks like. Okay, now let's see how to do texture part. Okay, so for the next part what I have done is that here, as you can see, I am showing a texture using shaders. So this is pretty easy. So the only thing what I have done was, so here inside the public folder I have this flag of my country India. You can take whatever you want, and here we are passing that particular flag, so flag texture, right? So here we are just loading that particular flag using texture loader. Now you can directly access this flag inside fragment.glsl. so here you can see that I am just using this uniform sampler 2D u texture, and here we have to use this texture 2D which is present directly inside fragment.glsl. Pass your u texture, and here we have to pass something like vuv as well. Now given that we are using this texture color, we can't use something like this, we will have to use something like this. Okay, now from where do I get this vuv? So for that I'll go to vertex.glsl. so vuv is directly present inside vertex.glsl. so here firstly I'm creating this variable. So this variable we need to send to fragment.glsl from vertex.glsl. okay, and here I am creating this attribute vec2uv. so if you see over here, I'm not passing anything called uv from our javascript or typescript code. This is by default present, so I'm just getting this and I'm passing it, assigning it, and this can be now accessed in our fragment.glsl. so yeah, I'm not really sure what's the use of it. I think it's mostly for color, but I could be wrong. But yeah, this is what the standard practice is. Alright, for the last point which I want to show is, instead of using raw shader material, you can just use shader material as well. So this was my previous code. As you can see, I was using raw shader material. You can just use shader material as well, and here you can import it something like this. Now the only difference is, in raw shade, when you are using raw shader material, you have to define it something like this, but using shader material you have to comment this all out. We are still using it, as you can see, but we can't define it again because those are already present inside shader material. Even for raw shader material they were present, but yeah, this is how it works. Even I am little confused. Like for raw shader material, you can directly use it, you don't have to define it. So just comment this out, and for fragment.glsl you will have to comment this out. So this part, and for vertex.glsl this part, these two part, as well as this part. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.